Hello, how are you? After one full year of not seeing my family, I'm finally flying back, baby! You can tell I'm lacking sleep on my face here, but who needs sleep when I get to charge up with my amazing family? Like, look at the welcome I got. This is literally the best. I've missed everyone loads and even got to say a quick hi to my bestie Oskaras at his work on the first day of me being back, so saw loads of people already. Then we hit the shops to stock up on food, even though Mum's fridge is literally never empty anyways. My room has also been redecorated since last time, so thank you Mum and Dad for my beautiful room. Mum's even left me some flowers from her garden because she's obviously the cutest. But then her cute facade melted away really fast when she started chopping firewood, and I realized I'd best not give her any shit this visit. I'm kidding, she's the best. But this legend got the fire started like it was nothing, all while having to listen to me whinge about my pimples. I need to grow up. And to get me to stay quiet, Mum brought out some strawberries, and that was really effective, yeah. Jokes aside, it was so good to finally see her in person. And though we do call each other all the time, getting to laugh and hang out in person it's the best. Plus, every time I visit, I get to eat food like this. Like, it's insane. So today we're having shashliki, which is basically marinated pork, which people usually cook on a fire for that smoky flavor. It is a summer staple, I'd say. Mum always serves hers with some onions that have sat in lemon juice for a bit. It is the best, but it makes you stink like an ogre for the rest of the day. So you best have no plans after this. Day 2, woke up feeling refreshed, had ice cream for breakfast, absolute peak human living. Then for lunch, we had this rice dish called plovas with a side of fermented cucumber. And fermented cucumber is more sour rather than tangy like classic pickles. After all the amazing food, it was time to go do some gardening and be productive in my mum's gorgeous garden, which didn't feel like a chore because, hello, can you see it? It's stunning. But I'm useless, so my progress was really slow, and before long we decided it was time to relax in the hot tub anyway, so my work here is done. I even got my fancy clogs out for this special occasion. We usually bring some snacks, some tea, maybe some fizz if we're feeling, you know, a little cheeky. But as long as we've got our hats on, that's all that matters. And here we are. We sat in the tub for so long that the sun started going down, but it was really cool because we got to see some bats and the evening was just perfect to stay out anyways. Trust me, you'll see this hot tub appear in many more days in the vlog. It's like the main character. And afterwards, I slept like an absolute baby. I just knocked out. It's hard to believe we're already in day 3, but today I started my breakfast with a proper meal. My mum, the best in the world, made me some eggs. So good. And then I finally got ready after 3 days of looking like a mess, and we went into town. The first stop had to be a charity shop, and it's dangerous because I never know what to get. I just grab a bunch of stuff and then I buy it or I put it on and I'm like, what the hell did I even pick it up? It looks terrible. And you'll see it from the next few shots. Starting strong with a windbreaker, that went home with me. And then I got this nice blouse, it's basic, but then the rest, I was like, why did I pick it up? What is wrong with me? I do regret not getting this one. I think the orange looked quite nice on me. But tell me, what was I thinking with this dress? There is no vision, there is no vibe, it's crap. But here you go, a shot of my calves. I did pick up these jeans though. I think they were €6. Good deal. And then I found this trench coat with a suspiciously long belt. Inspector Gadget over here. In hindsight, I do regret not getting this one. I think it's kind of cute. No comment. Bought this one because it was really comfy. Got this one. No idea how to style it though. Then we looked at some mugs and glasses, but bought nothing, thankfully. Then we went to the grocery shops, and I love Lithuanian grocery shops. Everything just seems so fresh here. Then I got some snacks that I can't really get in England. This one is like a cream and salted caramel kind of dessert thingy. I don't even know how to describe it or what's in it, but it's incredible. When we made it home, we had some beetroot soup, barszcze. Wow. My mum's beetroot soup is insane. And I had it with a little meat pie because I'm greedy. After lunch, we set off to do some strawberry picking because my mum wanted to make jam. So we wanted to pick a decent amount. It was a test of my self-control because it was really hard not to eat all of them. It was 3 of us this time. It was my godmother, my mom, and myself. And they're so good at this. They're so fast. By the time I would pick up like 5 berries, they've got 10. But we ended up picking loads and we needed to wash them and also pick off the green tops. So we sat and did that for a couple of hours, but the weather was amazing, so it was nice having an excuse to sit outside and kind of just chill. But yeah, you can really tell in this shot, we picked a lot of berries. Here's mom making the jam. And today for lunch we had slow-cooked ribs, sauerkraut, and potatoes. The best meal. I think it's one of my favorite foods ever. And you'll never guess, we ended the evening in the hot tub again. Day 4 was all about sunbathing. The previous days were kind of meh, not as hot as you would expect in the summertime. So we really made use of this day because it was really sunny and hot. So we spent the day in the garden. And can you really blame us when it looks like this? On top of being a teacher and an insane gardener and a chef and everything else, Mom also makes a lot of bouquets and floral decorations. What's really cool, she grows a lot of the flowers herself as well. In the summertime when she makes bouquets for people, a lot of the time she'll use her own flowers. So I think it's so nice. You receive a bouquet, which is beautiful, and you also know that it's grown by the same person. What the hell? And she even, has a thriving greenhouse. I have no idea when she does it or how she does it. She's a superhero. It does make me so excited to have my own garden though, because then I can just ask her for everything. She'll be my own Wikipedia. I also tried to do some more weeding, but dropped my gloves literally the second that food was ready. We had leftovers from yesterday, the same slow-cooked ribs, and I couldn't be happier. I could eat this every single day. Then it was time to get ready, as the plan for the rest of the day was seeing my cousin for a quick gossip sesh, and afterwards I was gonna hang out with Oskaras. And here is me finally looking presentable for once. And here's Oskaras! Woo! We went into town where we both grew up and went to school, so very nostalgic. And there's a new cafe that opened, so I was really excited to go to that. It's a really cute one. And I got myself a little iced matcha, which was absolutely bussin', if I do say so myself. And can we just take a moment to really appreciate the protruding vein on my forehead? After drinks, we went to take pictures. We got to see this huge stork, which is actually Lithuania's national bird. So very cool. And we even got to see this crane. Also really cool. But it was a stunning place for taking pictures, except for all the mosquitoes that were trying to eat us alive, but it was worth it. Then I spent ages frolicking in one place because I was too scared to go too deep in the meadow. Even though I always say, oh my god, I love the great outdoors, I'm terrified of ticks and of snakes. Blech. After the mosquitoes stole most of our blood, it was time to go home. On our way back though, we got to see some really nice views like these windmills. And I realized I'm actually terrified of windmills. I never realized how big they are. That really freaked me out. But they did look nice with the sunset and everything, so I think Oskaras took some really nice photos. And then, surprise, surprise, when I got home, my parents were in the hot tub, so I thought I would ruin the romantic mood and join in. I even brought my own glass and everything. Honestly, looking back at this, I really miss the hot tub, so I'm not surprised why my parents spent so much time in there. Good morning, day 4. Today is very chilled out. I woke up, I had a coffee, I listened to the birds sing. Then I had some chicken for lunch, which was really nice. Thank you, Mom, again. And then I made another cup of coffee. And I literally just walked to my cousin's with a mug. It's a 3-minute walk, so it's just incredible. I don't even need a takeaway cup. I can just carry a regular mug. And then we sat and had a little gossip sesh. What a nice way to start the day. And then this is what I got home to. My dad trying very hard not to crash the drone and then crashing the drone into the wall. But it was pretty funny, so it was worth it in my eyes. Then Mom and I went outside and I helped her pick some flowers. She basically had an order for some flower wreaths and she needed these wildflowers to be trimmed so she could use them. Oh, it was so relaxing. But who the hell taught me how to use scissors? I'm really struggling here. But yeah, it wasn't relaxing enough though, so that's another evening in a hot tub. We also accidentally got some water in the snacks. Oops. But this was the perfect evening to be in there because look at the sky, look at the view. It's absolutely stunning. My mum makes an incredible omelette. I always try to use her recipe, but I always fail. But as you can see, Mum started working on the reefs and it already looks stunning. Then for the rest of the morning, I just tried to help out in the garden. Lavender bushes needed trimming, so I did that. And also it was nice because Mum was able to use the lavenders for the reefs. But also, again, who taught me how to use scissors? What is this? Why am I cutting them one by one? My awful use of scissors could only be explained by lack of sugar, so it was time for an ice cream break, I think. And then I continued doing whatever the hell this is. I really need to relearn how to use scissors being left-handed is not an excuse because I am gripping the scissors like my life is dependent on it. But here's the nice little bunch I picked. And then I wanted to help out by weeding the garden, but I am so slow. The progress I made was barely noticeable. You're welcome, Mum. And then it was pizza time. My parents used the pizza stone and the grill to cook them, and they came out absolutely amazing. And then after food, I got ready and I was off to my cousin's for some drinks. And that's how I ended my evening. It was the best. Thank you so much for watching Lithuania Part A Million video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I can't wait to share part 2 of this trip with you. If you want to stick around, just subscribe, and when I post my next video in 20 years, you'll be notified. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye!